everybody. Welcome to Mindful Message number 3. The last one we talked about how to bond with your teenagers this summer. So if you have teenagers or you know someone with teenagers, be sure to check that out. There's lots of ideas in there. And the first one was about how can we really help homeless people. So if you have a lot of homeless people in your area or you're just interested in helping, I shot out some general ideas. That it'll take a little bit of time if we did do, but would actually help. Anyway, check it out. This one is how to tell if a relationship is ready to be in a live-in situation. So you're dating someone, right? How do you know when to take the plunge? As in, one moves in with the other, get engaged, but that's the level I'm at. When do you become just dating to long-term live-in committed? In as far as financial and a domesticated situation. So let's get to it, shall we? Can you be in? I'm reading it, by the way. I made a list just so I wouldn't I sometimes do these randomly, and I always think of stuff I could have said. We're not gonna have that here. I'm just gonna straight read some of these. All right. Sorry, the paper is rattling. It's windy. Can you be in each other's company for long amounts of time without fighting or feeling uncomfortable? As in, can you sit in silence with each other? Do you feel like when you're hanging out with them for an extended amount of times that you just need a break? Do you need your own space? Because that's a red flag. Now, granted, this is always going to happen. Even when you live with someone, you're going to go to your own areas, and that's fine. I'm not talking about that. But I mean, you're genuinely I wish this person would stop talking. Or this person is so moody, I can't stand it. Or they're so negative. Those are triggers that I would pay attention to. So if there's none of those, I think you're okay. And make sure you are spending, you're having sleepovers before you move in, whether you have sex or not. That's not my business. But I'm saying spend at least 48 to 72 hours with each other over several times before you make a decision, because there's all these relationships that you get into and stuff you didn't know about someone because you didn't take the time, and then you move in and they end up being deal breakers or cause a giant rift just because you didn't take the time to see if you were really ready for it or if you really jive as a couple. Do you work well together? Can you compromise or concede or meet in the middle? Listen, you're blending lives, you're blending domiciles, if you will. So can you meet in the middle? Are you willing to bend a little? Are they willing to bend? Overall, do you just genuinely not want to fight about stupid shit and just kind of lay out the law? Can you do that with each other? Look, I'm this kind of person, I need this. You're that kind of person, you need that. Can you accept each other's faults and live with it? Do you know which place you'll move to, or will you be getting a new place? This is always a point of contention when people decide to live in with each other. Are we moving to your place? Are we moving to mine? Are we getting our own place? These are discussions that you should probably have before when you feel yourself getting to that level. You might want to be hey, would you ever leave here? Or would you ever, I'm not saying right now, but are you kind of on the same page? If we move in here, or if we move there, how about we just get a new place and start new all together? But you don't have to have those conversations at first. Just have those before you really get into the thick of it. Because a lot of people yeah, we're moving in together. Well, are you moving into his place or yours? Oh, well, we really didn't talk about that yet. I'm saving you from that awkward combo. You will know how to answer that. Are you going to split things? The money situation. Are you both good or bad with money? Can you count on each other? It's very important to establish. I feel like everybody has their right to do it. There's no right or wrong. It's just got to work for you. So maybe one person pays all the bills. Maybe you split the bills. These are conversations that you need to have before you move in, so there is no fighting. There is no the bill comes up due, and I didn't know I had to pay that. It causes a fight, causes an argument. If you know one is really good at saving money and the other one is really bad at saving money, maybe the one that's good at saving money does the finances. And it's like, all right, to the other one that spends too much, like, this is all you got to spend this month, don't go over that amount. And then they're like, okay. And so they kind of know their leverage so that fights don't happen. That's all I'm saying. Like, you don't have to, like, sit down and be like, you're paying this much and I'm paying this much. Although I feel like it's helpful to look at it like a contract. Because I went to law school, I am not weird about prenubs or, like, sitting down financially to the dollar and cents. Like, this is what you're paying, this is what I can pay, and this is what you can pay. Great. Like, write it in a fucking contract and sign it, because all the effort is in it and you don't have to fucking think about it, and it's not going to hover over the relationship. It's there. You can't change it. It's there. That is your standard to your living, but not everybody can handle that. Some people get very sensitive about money and uncomfortable. I am uncomfortable about money, but when it comes to investments, I got screwed. No way around it. I spent years with a person and I had nothing to show for it. All those years of paying because it was in someone else's name. So I would strongly suggest putting everything in both of your names, so that doesn't happen to one of you, because it will definitely turn into resentment. It definitely did for me, especially when I needed credit for things. Anyway, do you get along with each other's friends and family? Are your styles or decorating choices something that can jive? Look, some people don't give a fuck about decorating or the look of the place, and other people do. You might work out where one of you is all into decorating and has an idea, and the other one's like, I don't give a shit, just make it look nice. Cool. It works. But maybe you're both into interior design and you have very different styles. That can cause fights when you move in with each other. You need to discuss this. And if you're both into interior design, I suggest breaking down the rooms. You get the kitchen, you get the bathroom, you get the man cave, you get the she shed, you get the bedroom, you get the living, or whatever. So, and then you just gotta let them be them and be able to live with it. And if you can do that, then you'll be fine living together. Do your living styles jive? Are you messy or neat? Do you stay up late or are you an early riser? Because these are all things that causes fights. If you're with somebody who's a sleeper and your person is an early morning riser, it's going to cause a fight at one point, because the one wants to get up and do things and is sitting there waiting for the other one to wake up, or vice versa. And if one person is very messy and doesn't really have, I'm not saying pigsty, because that nobody should be like that, but maybe they can handle it a little bit messy, whereas someone's OCD, that can cause a fight. I'm always having to clean up after you. I don't feel comfortable because it's a mess in here. You need to know each other's style and living preferences to know if it's going to work. Sometimes you don't know that until you move in. Maybe do a trial. Keep one of your apartments for a few months to see if you like it. That's always a suggestion. However, that can become a crutch for runners who are just afraid of commitment. Don't let it be your crutch. Alright, so can you both be committed? Are you both ready for a long-term commitment? This is very important, because you don't want to invest in someone who doesn't have a long-term plan of you guys being together, and then, let's just break up and be roommates. Awkward as fuck. You don't want to be stuck in that situation. Make sure it's not going to become one of those that you move in and then they break up with you and you're stuck living with them. You want to make sure it's going to work and it's worth your time. Discuss your rules for sanity, pet peeves, and general agreements about money. Just lay it all on the table. This drives me nuts. I don't really like it. This is what I love. And just have that conversation. Just plop it right on the table. I don't like this. I don't like that. And, Again, a lot of these you're not going to find out until you live together, but